The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers, which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Okay, so everything what Donald Trump was saying, I don't disagree with. I really don't disagree with. I think he's 100% correct. And let me get into this. And the thing I feel like, especially in the LGBTQ community with that, especially like with gays and the bisexual and the lesbians, they're really confused with the situation of people that's non-binary, all that type of stuff, because learning from the gays, the lesbians, and the bisexual, and kind of being around them, especially in here in Miami, especially in Miami, they know where they're comfortable at. They know if they're comfortable being gay. They know they're comfortable being a lesbian, or they're comfortable being bisexual. But the binary stuff is like totally different, because it's either I'm in my masculine or I'm a feminist. I don't know what to choose. So with hearing from the lesbian, gays and the bisexual, for some of them, it might be confusing with the state of binary, of me not making, because they know what they are. Either they're male or female, but they like the opposite sex, or like with bisexual, they like the same sex or the opposite sex. So they know that, but with the new, transition and, non-binary, it can be confusing sometimes, especially in that community and also in the straight community. So what Donald Trump is saying, let's push this out for nuclear families, how to build nuclear families, which we definitely need, especially in our Black communities, for sure. We definitely need that for sure. So, yeah, man, hey, I don't disagree with what he's not saying at that point, like I said, I'm not, like I said, there's some stuff I agree with Donald Trump. There's stuff I don't disagree. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a independent now chooser. So if there's a candidate that I really like, if he's talking straight, I'll vote for him. But Donald Trump is saying, I cannot disagree. That's my take.
See that was a Donald Trump. Where have you been for the last 4 years, man? See him being gone, the world. You see, Biden's America is all chaos and all type of confusion. Well, that what the Democratic Party do, all type of confusion. So I love the idea of how he trying to change some things back into where America used to be. Until when Biden came into office, all this confusion. Now you're having little kids already trying to change their sex gender and don't even know who they are. This whole world, this whole nation is all out of whack. So the way he putting the policy for executive orders to allow the doctor to stop all of that and wait till the kids is of age to make a final decision if they want to change or not. Let them do it, and that they don't do it while they are young, because they're still going into themselves. And that's why I say I love the whole idea of what Donald Trump is doing. You already know he got my vote, to be honest. It's out of him or Ron DeSantis. I'm not voting no Democratic Party. Hell no. After this 4 years, no. So you'll be a fool to vote for the Democratic Party again if the people gonna vote. That's just everybody have their own way on how they want to vote. But this way the nation is going, the way we was going too far left, now it's time to get right back into the right path of what we was going before. Allow the parents to choose. Don't force anybody to do anything. And I love the fact that he's gonna hold these hospitals and these people accountable for what the stuff they are doing to these children. It's not about, at the end of the day, people gotta understand something. It's really not about us. It's about our future, the children. They are our future. If you destroy them, then we have no future. That's my take.
Brothers, I'm always say that I love doing this show with y'all because I got two of the most intelligent men here with me. All I'm just going to do is just compliment already powerful statements that y'all already said. I want to come at this from a point that it's hard for us to come here and talk about these things because we grew up traditional and we have conservative values. Now, liberals who think more to the left, or I don't know if I'm saying the right, it's hard for us to talk to them because those people on that end always say that what they say is right no matter what. You can't victimize us for us wanting to have our families a certain kind of way. We grew up a certain kind of way. You know what I mean? And the point is, Donald Trump is only echoing what poor whites, poor Hispanics, poor blacks, poor foreigners who think the way he's talking about. What he's talking about is the core values of a lot of people in their own religion. It's a shame that we have to come here and he has to fight for us. Because if we try to do this on an individual basis, we'll be considered outcasts, traitors. So I'm like I always tell people this: we don't support everything people do. I sure enough ain't voted for Joe Biden, and there's some things I might conflict with number 45, but damn, this one I can't say no. There's some other stuff I can't say no, because you want to know why? It affects me. For me to potentially want to have kids. And that's my take.
Facts upon facts. So guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. And remember to click all. We do go live each and every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 o'clock Eastern time. and let us know what you think about Trump's new policy. Do you agree or do you disagree? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. We over and out.
Peace.
Peace.